Hey guys, how's it going? I was sitting here going through some of these old sketchbooks that I have for another video I'm working on, and I thought it would be really cool to maybe just go through one of these from start to finish and talk about everything and show you guys some stuff that a lot of you probably haven't seen because these books are pretty fucking old. The book that I was thinking I would go through, actually, is this one right here. This is my sketchbook from my 10th grade year of high school, which was when I was 16, which means the stuff in this book is over 10 years old now. Some of it maybe even 11 or 12 years old. I might have my time frame off exactly of when I started drawing in this book, but this is my sketchbook, definitely. Most of this is from 10th grade, and this was when I was most active as a graffiti writer. As I got older and started finishing high school, it's when I started getting more into making music and things like that. But at this time, literally drawing was all I fucking did, and this book is a pretty big testament to that. There's a lot of cool stuff in here that I've done, that friends have done, pictures of things, so I'm just going to go through it from start to finish, and maybe this will be something cool to watch, maybe it won't. Whatever. So, at first glance, just kind of want to go over the outside of this book that's been tagged to all hell and just kind of has stickers and tags all over it. The back's actually coming apart now. I didn't know that, but you know, fuck it, it adds character. As you can tell, my sketchbooks, I always kind of had a tendency to do things like that. I like this holographic Playboy sticker. I remember I got this at Gadzooks in Monroeville Mall. If anyone's around my age, you might remember Gadzooks. And sick dying fetus sticker, Invader Zim, Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, all that shit on the back. But anyways, off to the good shit. Let's get into the sketchbook. There's some more stickers. Street Fighter, Kickwear. I was real into, you know, wide leg jeans. Who wasn't? Most of the drawings are going to be like this, so let's just do it like this. Alright, so first page is a picture actually of a collaboration, I guess you could say, that me and another writer friend of mine, Ness, did, doing a mock-up of the Mike and Ike box where we did Mech and Ness, and as you can see we changed, let me see, I can't get that to focus. I'm worried that's going to be an issue with this video, but anyways, you can see there's the strawberry there, and we changed it to a paint can. There goes that. Now keep in mind, a lot of this shit is pretty old too, so some of it's going to be pretty but you'll notice probably a transition in my abilities over this course of time, because like I said, this is when I was literally drawing every single day and developing as an artist. So, you know, there goes that page there that's actually falling out now. Here's a picture there. You can't even see it. It's going to kind of keep going through. Realize now if I talk about every single thing in this book, it's going to probably be an hour-long video, and I don't want that. So I'm just going to kind of fly through and talk about important things if anything comes up. A lot of this stuff, like the pictures of these other books, are pictures of friends' sketchbooks. If I drew something in their sketchbook, I would take a picture of it because, you know, 10 years ago, not everybody had cameras in their phones. So, you know, these are actual pictures that I had to get developed out. We go to far more on the disposable camera shit and get these pictures developed because, you know, they didn't have cell phones and cameras all the time. So this here is a piece. This is something I would do a lot, where I would actually cut out around the edge, because I was like, I felt that as if the whole page wasn't being covered up in ink, it was a waste of space. I don't know why, but this here, this collage stuff, where I started cutting out pictures of stuff from porno magazines is something that I got really, really into, and this is one of the first times that I did it, and you'll see it a lot through this book. There's a lot of naked ladies in this book. This is a drawing that my friend did. Grid, Leatherface. We were in the same art class. I'm pretty sure he did that in art class. Some more drawings. This was a comic book character. At the time, I was a lot more skilled in drawing actual people and things than I was like developing my own style with letters and graffiti. This was another piece that I did. I was particularly comfortable with pencils a lot. Art class and things like that. This is an anime sketch that I did from one of the characters in Tenchi Muyo. I'm not going to get into it if you don't know anime. My friend Chris drew this at the lunch table in lunch. Won't know if I can get that. Just this weird kid. And I did that one. A lot of these pages you'll see this is cut out and glued in. A lot of time I would draw stuff in class and things like that, but not have my sketchbook on me, and then I would just kind of glue or tape them in later. This background was done in shoe polish. I was really into shoe polish backgrounds for a while. A weird thing. Here goes another one of those porno cutouts I was talking about. I would always fuck up my perspective and never have enough space, so I would cut out other pieces of paper, kind of just tape them in, fold them over to complete things. This was an old ad for a vibrator that my friend found in his house in some old book or magazine, and I don't know, I just thought it was funny, so I put it in there. Here's another piece, and a naked lady. I fucked up her face, so I just blocked it out and tried to be like all alternative and weird about it, but the truth of the matter is I just fucked up her face. The camera that I'm using has some kind of weird shit where it'll cut out every 8 minutes or so I had to stop it real quick because it was getting about that time. Now, in addition to the pictures of other people's sketchbooks that I took, I'd also take pictures of shit that, we painted, that I painted and my friends did. This was a piece that I did. I don't know when, but I did it in this time. Practice makes perfect. I started getting really into the wild style 3D type of art stuff, and you'll notice that a lot more in the upcoming pages. That was quickly became something that I was heavily influenced by. More naked girls. At this point in time, I still wasn't... Maybe I was just worried because I fucked up the last faces that I drew, so I never drew anything on these ones, but that's that. Typical 16-year-old boy bullshit. A couple more things from some friends' sketchbooks. More collage stuff. I remember this was an ad for a shampoo thing or some hair product that said, "We give good head," and I thought I'd be all, alternative and God-hating, and we give God head. It doesn't even fucking make sense. Pretty sure there's a picture of one of the Sopranos or something there. At the time, it made sense in my head, but, looking back at it now as an adult, it was definitely all bullshit. Here's another picture of a piece that I painted. And this was actually my wall representation of this. Which obviously didn't turn out as well, but again, I didn't have the experience with spray paint that I did with markers at the time. I was basically still starting this shit, even though I was drawing every day. I wasn't painting as much. Now, it did get to a point where we were going out almost every other day, if not every day, painting shit. And you'll see it coming up. There's a lot more pictures in this book of stuff that we painted. Here's another fold out. This was me And my friend Nemesis did this. That was my side. Right there. That was his side. Lots of fold out shit. Another piece. Just a picture I found in a magazine that I thought was really funny. More naked girls. As you can see, this time I actually drew a face, and it's not that bad. Getting there. Oh shit. These are actually, these are a bunch of receipts. And they're receipts for spray paint that I kept and taped in here. Let me see if I can find a date on any of these. That would be awesome. Okay, awesome. Right here, we got, I don't know if I can get it to focus. Here, I'm going to stop this and refocus the camera. Alright, so I got this focused now, and as you can see, it's from July 15th, 2001. Holy shit. I feel fucking so old. But, yeah, so these are just receipts from spray paint. To think there was a time when spray paint was $2.49 a can. Jesus Christ, I fucking wish that was still the case. Here's another, shit, I gotta refocus, hold on. Alright, so we're refocused, and, here's a lovely pencil drawing that I did of a girl pouring water on her vagina. I really hope this is YouTube friendly. Whatever. Okay, so this is another, this was another collaboration of sorts with, me and Nemesis. There goes Nemesis's shit right there. There goes mine, and we just, you know, just taped it on top of a picture of some girls scissoring. Like I said, typical 16-year-old bullshit. Alright, so here goes some more shit. I'm gonna, try to do what I can. I don't want to have to keep stopping and starting the camera to get it to refocus, but, some shit that I did, some shit that my friends did. I'm not gonna get too much into details of who did what. This was mine. Another one of those cutoffs. Again, just trying to skip through things. So I already know this video is probably pushing 15 minutes now, maybe. If I can guess. This was a cutout from a comic book. I did not draw this, but I did this piece. Like I said, this was like more of a scrapbook than a black book at the time. And this is pretty funny. This is really meta. This is from my first sketchbook ever, actually. And I cut it out and taped it in here and wrote this huge thing about, you know, how much I've progressed as an artist. Like, look at this shit. See, this is what I was doing, and, you know, this is what I'm doing now, and blah, 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 blah. And here I am again, you know, 10 years later, showing you this whole book going like, this is what I was doing then, and look at what I'm doing now. Same mentality. Whatever. This was a street by my house growing up. Believe it or not. Graph Avenue. It's always funny. Some shit my friends did. Friends. There's a nice, 2-page thing that I did. But some more of those cutout things. These were actually... These girls' faces were cut out into my graffiti name, but over time, the paint marker that was in here actually bled out and made it all fucked up, which is kind of weird. Summer 2001. Over time, just it changing, deteriorating, blah, 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 blah. There's a couple more pieces that I did randomly. These were probably ones that I did in school, and I cut out and taped in. Like I said, that would happen a lot. Whoa. Here goes a bunch of pictures. So that was a friend, me, friend, 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 me, friend, me. This was actually, this was, actually I'm not going to say where that was, that's probably not a good idea. Here goes some more. That was me. Friend. This was the whole wall. And the friend. This was all in one day. Here's another one that I did. This should have a continuation piece, but it looks like it fell out somewhere. It's been lost in the sands of time. Whatever. These letters are dope. Here goes some more pictures. Like I said before, lots of more painting happened at the time. This was me. No, I'm sorry. Correction, that was my friend. This was me. This was me trying some of that wild style shit. It's a picture of the whole wall. There's Nemesis. There goes some train action. That was me. My friend. My other friend. And, here goes me again. I feel like this was already shown, but maybe I'm going crazy. There's a couple more things that I did. This video is getting really long, and I feel like I'm only halfway through the book, but whatever. Here's another one I did. Here goes some more pictures. There's my friend. You can't see his face anyways, it doesn't matter. There goes my friend. There goes me. I don't have any problem showing me. Actually, I'm gonna, let me refocus this. I said, there goes me. My other friend is covering up his face. It's another one I did. My friend did that one. And we're gonna have to refocus again. Alright, we're back. And here goes some more wild style shit that I drew. There was a picture here of the live representation of this, but it was actually just a few pages back. It was that. It was me trying to paint that. It's close, I guess. The R is different. Whatever. I don't know what happened to this picture. I probably scanned it at some point in time. I did this. It was actually unfinished. That was a friend. These are just some stickers that I found again. Like, this book was like a scrapbook of my life almost. But I did do this down here at the bottom. The colors are crazy. It's too much color. You can't even fucking read it. Ugh. Alright, we're gonna fold this out. Boom! Something that I did. My friend did that one. This whole background was done in shoe polish. I was telling you about those shoe polish backgrounds. Stuff is awesome. Occasionally meet writers. Met this dude Realm. I don't remember where I met him, but he just tagged my book. Here goes another wall. That was kind of like the before, then the far away after shot. Gonna refocus. It's my friend, and that was me. It was me again, climbing underneath some bridges. Nemesis. Okay, I feel like we're pushing like 20-something minutes here, but just keep it coming, keep it coming. Okay, so here's a naked lady. Typical shit. These were, again, a couple more writers that I met, I think at a blackbook show. Sems, met one, Mesk. I always thought this was funny, Piece to Mech, but I have one more letter and way more funk. Keep coming up, kind of like a dig, but, you know, I didn't really give a shit. I always knew that I wasn't, like, that great of a graffiti writer. I had fun doing it. It didn't matter about being the best. I guess that's how I've always been. These are some, this is kind of like a progress photo here. This was like an outline type shit, and then that was it finished. If you've been paying attention since the beginning, you can see I'm starting to get a little bit more the word I'm looking for? Ambitious. Ambitious, that's the word I'm looking for with stuff compared to stuff that I had been doing earlier in whatever time period this book started. Oh, okay, so this was another anime shits that I drew. And I took pictures of the progress photos. Again, this was like before having smartphones, before having cameras easily available like the one I'm using now. Just disposable cameras. I would take it to Farmore, get them developed. But, so that was the outline. Then that was the color. Then that was with the white out. And then this was finished. So, I liked showing that kind of shit. Some more collage stuff with a nice Digimon drawing. This was actually drawn. This is not a cutout. But, looks pretty good. And then here's another one that I did with Cammy from Street Fighter. I don't play video games as much as I used to, but I used to be pretty fucking into it. And I've always been a fan of the Street Fighter franchise, and Cammy was my shit. So one day I decided to draw her, and not too shabby. Here's a picture. These are both pieces I did. My friend Tim did this. It wasn't even finished. It was like some crazy lizard-looking thing holding a brain, and these two were supposed to go together. Our graffiti crew was visual methods, so I did the visual and he did the methods. That was the plan. They were kind of together, and then you're supposed to lift it up. Different characters, but he never finished it. This is not from this time period. As you can see, there's a Sikes on it, but it got thrown into this book somewhere, so we'll just throw that away. My friend did that. I did that. It's really sloppy, and I don't know what the fuck was going on. Here's a couple more things that I did. This face, it's the first time I did it, and if I ever show future sketchbooks, you'll see this come up a lot. I started using this a ton. Faces and variants of it in my work. I remember I taped this in. I drew this in school, and that was something that became unfinished. We're approaching the end of the sketchbook now, and the ends of sketchbooks tend to be a lot of unfinished and kind of just scrap things, mainly because either I got a new book and I started drawing in that, or usually that's the only reason, is because I felt like the stuff in this book, I surpassed it artistically, and I wanted to start something fresh, so whenever I would meet other writers or show it to friends, I wouldn't have a bunch of like old shit in it that I thought was whack, now, because I went from drawing, shit like this and shit like this to, doing stuff like this. And, you can see there's a huge dramatic improval. So towards the ends of sketchbooks, I'd always switch out to a new one. My friend did that. Here's another shoe polish background. I had something I was gonna glue on top of this, but I didn't. Some post 9/11 stuff. This dude E-Rock fucking bus. I met him on the Pat bus, actually. It was really fucking weird. Another drawing. This is actually on lined paper. Again, did it in school, glued it in later. This background piece was actually from the piece of paper that was under it when I was coloring this that bled through. I thought it would be cool if I cut them both out and then used it to like shadow it. Looking back, I probably should have put this on top of this, but I didn't. Again, end of the sketchbook, who cares? Some stuff my friend Tim drew. It's another thing my friend Tim drew. Some lady with like a dick that had a top hat that was squirting. Again, we were 16, 17 fucking weirdos. And it looks like that's about it. So, yeah. that's my sketchbook from when I was a young buck. And hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and seeing a bunch of old artwork that I did. You can leave some comments and like it if you like it, all that bullshit. And, maybe if some people give a fuck about this and actually watch it, I might go through some of these other books as well. There's lots of cool stuff in here. This book's actually older. This was the sketchbook that I had before the one I just went through. And there's a sketchbook in between these, but this was my sketchbook from my senior year of high school that has some really, really, really awesome stuff in it. So I would like to go through this stuff in better detail, but, let's stick with this one for now. Let me know what you guys think of it, and maybe I'll come back and do another one. And, thanks for watching. Peace.